Everybody, and here we go again. And I want to welcome you to the Data Circus, where numbers perform tricks. This is for topic 5, DQ2. Once again, we're going to start with typing our name into the blue box. So let's do that. Look out for the typing errors. All right, here we go. All right. So everybody, on this DQ, we are going to look at some changes in water quality. So remember, topic 5, DQ1 was testing whether or not we had been able to clear up some E. coli. And if it was negative, we found it was better. Now we look at another test, this time where it's positive, it's better. So in other words, our water improved. The E. coli went down, the water improved, right? You guys remember the minimum function from last time? Now, since we are creating a frequency distribution table, we're going to add a little twist to it. But you remember the function, right? Equals min, all right, and then b colon b. Now, since we're building a frequency distribution table, I'm going to subtract 0.1 from the lower limit just to make sure that we are less than the least value, okay? 0.1 less than the least value. And that's to make sure that we get all of our values correctly into our table. All right, remember the formula for max equals max. You don't have to capitalize anything here, right? B colon B. And now I'm going to increase this by +1, so plus 0.1, so that I make sure all of my values are less than my maximum that I've typed in the formula. Hit enter. All right, now the bin width is the range. What was the range? Remember, max minus min. So this equals the max minus the min, max minus min. But now that's the range, right, everybody? That's the range. We got to add something to this because we want to know how many of our values should go in these cells right here, right? Which value should go where? That's the whole point. A frequency table is an organization of taking all the data and putting them in specific bins, okay? B-I-N, bin. All right, so how wide should each bin be? In order for us to know that, we need to count the number of rows we have here in our table. We have 11 rows. So it's not 50, it's not the number of data items, it's how many rows are in my table, in my frequency distribution table. So I need to divide this by 11. All right, come back to the beginning. Make sure you put all the parentheses in. If you don't, it's going to be totally wrong. Okay, so that is in parentheses, max minus min divided by 11. And there we go. All right, next, the lower limit is our minimum. So we just type equals and the minimum value. Now, how wide should that bin be? The bin should be 5.7, right? That's the one we just calculated up above there. So I'm going to put equals the lower limit plus the bin width right here. And I want to lock this in place so I can copy it. I don't want E7 to shift down. So I'm going to lock this in place. How do I do that? Right, with the $sign. So I put the $sign between the letter and the number and it locks it vertically and I hit enter. All right, now my next lower limit is the upper limit from the previous row. Okay, so I just type equals and my upper limit and I hit enter. And now everybody, I can copy these all the way down and I'm done. Remember how we did that before? Use your mouse button, grab the lower right-hand corner. And when your mouse changes from like a fluffy white plus sign to the regular plus sign, just grab and pull down. All right, perfect. You got it. The title of the bin, everybody, is the average. The average. Remember, that's the mean from topic 5 DQ1. I want to find the average. I can add them together and divide by 2, or I can just use the average function, right? We've already used the average function. So I'm just going to use it again. Equals average. All right, and just click on these two cells. Click on them. That's it. Close parentheses. All right, average D11, E11, hit enter. And now that's telling you the middle, right? The middle of that bin. That's going to be the title when I make my histogram. Now just copy that all the way down, just like we did before, and you're good to go. Now, the frequency is counting. How many data items are in each bin? All right. Your numbers will not be the same as mine. None of your numbers will be the same as mine because these numbers are all created, I say, over here, column B. These are all created or written by the random number generator in Excel, so they're all different. All right, so I want to do the frequency column. And the frequency column, I have two formulas I can use. One is a count if, and one is the frequency. All right, if you use the frequency, the first thing you have to do is highlight the whole column. Okay, highlight all of column G. Next, go up into your formula bar, hit enter, and type the word frequency. All right, and you can see I stopped typing just to show you guys. If I stop anywhere along here, anywhere here, if the formula shows up, you can always just click on it, right? Just click on it. Now, what do I want to do? I want to do column B. Column B is where I'm getting my data from. So B colon B. All right. And then what are my upper limits? Okay. The formula says I want to have the data items in the bin array. Here's the bin right here, the bin array right there, the upper limit. All right. Now that I've got that, I'm going to close parentheses, and all you have to do is hit enter. That's it. Just hit enter. Your computer will, I should say, your software will recognize right away that this is an array and it will fill it out correctly. If it doesn't, that means you have an older version of Excel and it's not ever going to work properly for you here. Okay, so just hit enter. And we've got that. And we're done. Now we go to the relative frequency. The relative frequency is a percentage, everybody. This is just like we did back in topic 4, DQ1, when I showed you guys how to find the percentage of each of the items in your budget. Same thing here. What is the frequency, in other words, percentage of data items in the first bin? There's 5 of them. What percentage is that? Well, how do I calculate that? Equals count. I want to count the number of data items where? In column B. So count the number of data items and divide it by actually, I want to put the division sign in front of this. Whoops. That is not correct. Let me start this one more time. Equals, I want the data item to the left in column G divided by the count of the number of items in column B. So count B colon B. All right, and there I see it's 4.9%. All right. Now, just grab your mouse, drag it down, and you're all done. Okay, perfect. Next, we want to find the mean change in water quality. We are using this formula several times, aren't we? In this DQ and the previous. So just type in equal average. Be careful with your spelling, or just click on the function, whichever you want to do. B colon B. And not semicolon. That will not give you what you want. All right, so here we go, B colon B, and we've got it. So the average improvement is 19.3 on mine, okay? Next, it wants us to create a histogram from the frequency distribution that we just created. It says, please include the axis labels and appropriate chart title. Okay, I'm going to show you guys 2 ways to do this, okay? One way is this. So I'm going to take my mouse, I'm going to click on the title of the bin, I'm going to drag down to the bottom of that column and over. So I'm including the title of the bin and the frequency. Now I'm going to click insert. Now I'm going to click on charts. And when I click on charts, I don't want a histogram. That will not be suitable for me here because I have to create it, everybody. Okay, so click on more statistical charts. Now you want to click on the column. Now you want to click on the one that is the frequency. Okay, so click on the frequency and click, okay, you don't want the titles in there too, right? That's not correct. You do not want the titles and the bin titles. You just want the frequency. So click on frequency and you've got it. All right, now, everybody, this is not a histogram. This is a column graph. Remember, we just saw that. It's a column. It's not a histogram. All right, so just click on this chart, highlight it, go up here, do your quick layout, scroll down, choose histogram, and you've got it. Now you can click on the graph itself and we can modify it. Just right click on it. You can give it an outline, whatever you want, yellow, green, red, whatever you think would be fun or different. Everybody remember, you can always go up here to the chart, to the data, well, let's click on the table first, to the design, and you can change the design of it as you wish. All right. Make it all kinds of different things. Now, if you change it, make sure you go back over here, do the quick layout, and make it a histogram. Okay. Now, there you can see we have an axis title here, and we have the frequency as our label here. It says what? Please include axis labels and appropriate chart title. Okay, so this axis label right here, right? What is this? This is also the frequency. All right, this is the frequency. And this is the bins. Okay, and I'm done. All right, my graph is totally done. Once again, I can modify it here by clicking on it, and I can make an outline to make each of the bins more clear, and I can make that whatever I want it to be, okay? I made it red. You can make it any color you like. That's one way, okay? Now I'm going to show you the second way, okay? So it's super quick and efficient, so let's just click on this, and let's just delete this. All right, now I'm going to show you the second way. If you have this option available to you on your computer, this is very quick and easy. All right, highlight once again the title of the bin and the frequency. Right click your mouse and look for the quick analysis. If you have quick analysis, click on it, click charts, click cluster like this. Now, once again, we have to format this to make it actually a histogram. This is a bar graph, so click on the quick layout, right click on your, I can change the fill, right? I can change the outline. I can make it as fun or as different or whatever it is I want to do. And now, once again, change your axis titles as you need to there. And we are done, everybody. Okay, now just drag this guy down, left click on it, drag it down so that I can see all of your work immediately when I open your table. And we are done. We got to be careful. We almost had too much fun this time. All right, guys, take care, and I will see you in the forums. Bye.